Disclaimer: the following is a video on my thoughts on what should have been preserved by the VR. The rules are: they must have had operated in Victoria, no examples left, can be steam rail motors, can be dating back from the 1850s, and can also include classes with a new one on the way, aka new build. These rules can change depending on what I want, and also variations in the class will be noted. Number 5. Electric locomotives 1100 and 1101. Electric locomotives 1100 and 1101. Built in 1923 by the Newport Workshops in Victoria. With having the top speed of 65 kilometers per hour, these were mainly a freight locomotive. There were only 10 in the E class, but in this case there were only 2. These were later known as the E class in 1955. This is an E hauling a dead steeple cap, a nickname for the old E. Number 4. The McKean rail motors from the very early 19th century. The McKean rail motors were futuristic looking rail cars purchased by the McKean Company of Omaha, Nebraska in the United States. They had a 6-liter petrol engine and a passenger capacity of 73. Apparently they ran the Bellot to Maribor and Hamilton to Warrnambool. They were dismal failures, and in 1919 they were de-engined and used on the internal line as passenger cars. They were both recorded scrapped in the 1926. Number 3. The Victorian Railways RY class. These were a class similar to the Y class, except they had not even spacing between the driving wheels. They were all converted to a Y class in the 50s and all unfortunately subsequently scrapped. Number 2. The VR V class. Built in 1889 to 1902, they were the VR's heavy freight locomotive in the very early half of the 20th century. They had the uniqueness of only being a left-hand drive, like the cars in Victoria. All of them were then later, they had the odd numbering for freight locomotives. Then in the 1920s they were reboilered, still retaining the left-hand drive, and they were numbered 200 to 215. Unfortunately, the last one to go, V200, aka V499, the first one, was the last one to be withdrawn in 1930 and was later scrapped. But all is not hope is not gone for the V class. A couple of years ago, the Victorian Railway Steam Locomotive Company announced they were going to build a new V class with the same number plate of V499. At the time of recording, they have started work on the tender, which is modified from an old VR Y class to be Y100 to be exact. Number 1. You might have known what this was coming to. The Victorian Railways S-Class locomotives. These were built in 1927 by Sir Harold Clapp. They were the heavy express locomotive of their day, and they were good. In 1937 they were streamlined for the Spirit of Progress, Australia's first ever air-conditioned express. They saw the service through until 1954. They were also converted to oil burning, but they couldn't see the express through to standard to the end of the broad gauge. They were cut up by 1955, and the VR rostered on two A2s, the locomotives, the S-Class replaced on the run, about 20 years before.